Hello and welcome to another book review. This one is Sabrina from Pagan Portals. So Discovering the Goddess of the River Severn by Brett Hollyhead. Beautiful book. So Pagan Portals, as I said, so lovely, slim, about 100 pages, packed with information. This book is so beautifully, passionately, eloquently, poetically. I don't know how many other words I can use to actually convey just how sensitively this book has been written by Brett Hollyhead. His passion and his veneration for this goddess, literally, you can palpably feel it throughout the whole book. The poetic way he writes is just amazing. In fact, I'll just read you a slight little taste. So this is from their introduction. While swimming has always held my heart. Whenever the need for the water calls, I am compelled to answer, plunging myself into the rhythmic tides of the River Dee in Llangollen. I hope I've said that right. Time is erased, the pressures of society halted, and I am free to immerse myself in a beautiful, luminous realm where dragonflies dance upon the surface and the touch of the curious, overhanging willow trees brush my skin. Right. So there are 8 chapters. So you've got the introduction. That was the first paragraph of the introduction where Brett Hollyhead actually explains why he comes to be venerating this goddess. There are then, as I say, 8 chapters. So you've got Beloved Nymph, a historical goddess, the poet's eternal muse, Bridge to the Other World, the Sabrina folk, Sacred Animals, Working Magic with Sabrina, and Serpents of the Deep. And then they come on to give a conclusion where Brett just sums up and says about their vision for carrying this forward. The end notes, so each chapter, they have given end notes. So not a bibliography as such, but end notes. So wherever they have referenced or have used material to highlight something that they're trying to say, they have put end notes for each chapter. There are 13 pages of end notes. So for anybody who reads this book, if that something clicks and you think, oh, I want to know more about that, I can virtually guarantee it'll be in the end notes and you can go off on a lovely deep dive into whatever has just pulled your web and wanted you to make another little look through. All the chapters are fabulous. As I said, they're all written in this beautifully poetic, sensitive way. I am going to concentrate on the chapter 7 and chapter 8. So chapter 7 is working with Sabrina, and this is where Brett Hollyhead. You can tell I'm getting excited. I do. I get excited when I've got a lovely, good book that I want to try and impart how good it is. My brain works faster than my mouth, so excuse me if I trip over my words. So working with Sabrina is where Brett Hollyhead brings you his ideas, suggestions of how you can work with Sabrina today. Yes, she's ancient. The River Severn is huge. Where's the map? So that there is a map. It goes through Shropshire, Worcestershire, and Gloucestershire. It's huge. It's huge. But anyway, so they give you these suggestions of how you can work with Sabrina wherever you are. You don't have to be near the River Severn, but wherever you are, there is no dogma or anything. These are suggestions of how to do it. They give examples of what has worked for them, and then gives extra, as I say, suggestions that you can work from. It is just beautifully. The whole thing is beautifully written. So, as I say, it starts off by giving you how they do it, how they practice their veneration. Then there is a meditation. Again, lovely, beautiful meditation. Now, I know I'm going to say this word wrong, and I do apologise. The next exercise is constructing Kerdroya. Basically, it's a labyrinth, but because they've used that specific word, I'm giving it because it's not just a labyrinth. But not only do they explain what it is, they actually demonstrate in the book how you can construct this Kerdroya. I do hope I'm saying that right. The next part is giving you ideas for how to construct an altar to her. Making a cleansing spray, again, giving you some, examples of what you could use. The Three Sisters Blessing. Now, this, it's just beautiful. It's like it's a ritual, and they've given you the whole thing there. There is a poppet curse. Now, who doesn't love a good poppet curse? So, again, all the method and everything is provided. Chapter 8 is Serpents of the Deep. I love the title. And it's about how we as human beings, on the whole, how can I put this? Take for granted our environment. So in this 8th chapter, Brett Hollyhead makes suggestions of how we can make those small changes that some of us already do. Some of us do it better than others. Some of us do it more consistently than others. But they say about the state of our rivers. I mean, you've only got to look at those huge, great floating islands of rubbish in our oceans, and it's heartbreaking. But anyway, they talk about the state of our rivers. Serpent's warning that if we don't start doing more consistently, then we're going to lose an awful lot. Using our enchantment path. So this next bit is called the path to enchantment. How to actually use our powers, our energy to make good, or to start making good what has been not destroyed, but harmed in so many ways. A new pledge. And a lot of this is stuff that we know, but as I say, not all of us do it consistently. And I'll hold my hands up, I'm not perfect. But there is reducing the use of plastic, using biodegradable cleaning products, litter picking. If you're out for a walk and you see litter and you can pick it up safely, I'm saying that because from experience, I did pick up litter. I didn't realise it had fox poo on it. So it wasn't dog poo, it was fox poo. And getting rid of the smell afterwards, even though it was only, very gingerly picked up, was quite... So yeah, be careful. Make sure you've got gloves or one of those long things that you can use. But yeah, just be aware. If you're picking something up, be absolutely careful, just in case there is something deposited on it. Campaigning and volunteering, using less water in general. Enchantment, keep the memory of the goddess alive. Use our powers, tell her stories. And then the conclusion, where, as I say, Brett then carries on to tell us his vision, his hopes for anybody reading this. I will say that although this book is about Sabrina and about the River Severn, the ideas and the suggestions in here are relevant across the globe to any deity that is linked to any water source. I think this book will be useful for anybody who wants to actually start working more closely with a deity in their area. Saying that, you don't have to be near the River Severn to actually venerate Sabrina. So it's there, provided in this gorgeous book. I have waffled on for too long. So, yeah. So, Sabrina, Discovering the Goddess of the River Severn by Brett Hollyhead, available from Moon Books at Collective Ink, which is collectiveinkbooks.com, obviously from Amazon and any other good bookshop. There is a blog to go along with this, but in the meantime, let me know in the comments what you think of the book, if you get it, if you've got any other ideas, and I'll see you later.